चला रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट झाली. लिंक पाठवू का? नहीं वही लिंक है. वीडियो लिंक. क्या 67 ले कमी आहे. मुझे जरा टाइम लगेगा. मॅडम आवाज पॉज करा. आपला आवाज चालू आहे. इकडे तो लॅपटॉपला बघा. मॅडमचा लॅपटॉप बंद करा. हॅलो इकडे आवाज येतोय मॅडम. रिकॉर्डिंगला आवाज येतोय. युट्यूबला लाईव्ह येतोय मॅडम. चेक करा तिकडं. मोबाईल मध्ये आवाज आहे का मॅडम? बघा थोडंसं. आवाज कसं येतोय बघा. हॅलो 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 हॅलो.
Patil madam, drop a message on a WhatsApp group so that we can start the session in time.
उसमें আপুনি কল কৰা
Mic close करा.
অনুগ্ৰহ কৰি
Let the other participants to join. ठाकरे सर नमस्कार.
नमस्कार सर.
कुठे कॉलेजला आहात का सुट्टीवर आहात?
नाही, कॉलेजला आता लेक्चर घेऊन आलो, बाहेर आलो सध्या.
बरं बरं बरं, चालेल चालेल. धोत्रे सर, तुमचं कुठलं कॉलेज आहे? ओटी सर, तुम्ही कुठल्या कॉलेजला आहात? टकले सर आहेत का? Just a minute. Let the other participants to join the meeting and then we will start the session.
हेलो सर
हाँ जी, प्रीतम जी बोलिए।
on behalf of Kulkarni sir,
हाँ,
I am his research scholar. At that time, we presented along with him.
yeah.
So the hands-on session will be conducted by me, sir. I am his
Okay.
PhD.
So currently there are around 18-20 participants.
Yes, sir.
Let others to join. We will start at sharp 2 o'clock, right?
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. Be online.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Participant sessions will start in a few minutes. Stay online. Let the other participants to join so that we can start the session. Hello, Pritam, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
So, shall we start?
Yes, sir, we can start, sir.
So, participants, welcome once again. I hope you are ready with a prerequisite delivered in the first session by Dr. Kulkarni. Now, I welcome Mr. Pritham to take us on a hands-on session on Google Earth Engine. Over to you, Pritham.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Pritam Talukdar. I am a PhD scholar under Kulkarni, sir. So, my topic is actually based on water quality monitoring and mapping. So, in today's session, we will understand the basic things about Google Earth Engine and how it shall be we shall apply it in water quality mapping and monitoring. Now, I have prepared one set of dummy data. So and it is on Microsoft Excel format. So so where shall I provide this data? Can anyone like if there is an email? Dr. Sagar Gawande, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have prepared the dummy data for the participants.
Okay.
So I want to provide them. So, like, can you give me an email so that everyone can get the data with the.
Just a minute. Just a
Yes.
minute. I can type here. Pritham, my mail ID is available in a chat box right now.
Yes, sir. I'm sending it on that mail.
Sure.
Yes.
Are you sent it? Pritham? Hello, Pritham. Are you there? Hello, Pritham.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Are you shared it?
Hello.
Yeah. I'm listening. Just a moment.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Am I audible to you? Hello? Pritham,
Hello.
am I audible to you? Pritham? Participant, please check your WhatsApp. I have shared one Excel sheet in your WhatsApp for the dummy data. Please take it at your desktop or whatever the system you are going to use, in which Google Earth Engine is preloaded, so that it is easier for us to get a hands-on experience.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, and is the screen is visible?
Yeah, screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. So,
Just a minute, Pritam, just a minute. Let them take a data.
yes, sir.
Participant, please make it hurry, make it fast. Take the data with you so that it is easy for the coordinator and executor. Okay. Now, Pritam, please start.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. So, in my screen, I think this map is visible to everyone.
Yes, yes.
That is the map of dissolved oxygen on our this Annapurna Ghat, that is on the Barak River, which is located on Barak Valley district, Silchar. It is near the NIT Silchar. So this data actually I have prepared in such a manner that is on the data. If you click on the data, you will see there are 3 columns, such as B2, B3, B4, and DO, right? So these B2, B3, B4 stands for the surface reflectance data of the Sentinel-2 images, and DO is the water quality, dissolved oxygen. Now, we all know that dissolved oxygen is quite important parameter for the water quality, especially for the aquatic plants and animals. The DO less than a certain value is called as hypoxia, which is quite deadly for the plants and animals. So it is necessary for the organization or policy makers to have a continuous monitoring and mapping of the DO on the water bodies. I will share with you another file with that is your hello, Dr. Sagar Gawande, sir.
हाँ, Pritam.
Sir, actually, I have sent another file, shape file, to your mail. I think that one should also be circulated among the participants.
Okay, okay. You can start the further. I will share it, but I
Yeah.
didn't get that file yet. Please confirm the mail ID because I didn't get the file.
Okay, okay. Hello, sir. I think, can you check once again?
Just a moment. Yeah, it is
Yes.
there.
Yes, sir.
Just a moment. You can start.
Yes, sir. Hello everyone. So first, what you have to do, you have to start a new script. Okay. So and after that, shape file, that is ROI, it is named as region of interest. I have shared you. You have to upload it in your Google Drive first.
Continue.
Yes, and after that, you have seen on the left hand corner there is new written. So new table upload shape files. Okay. Then after that, source file you select, and the ROI you can see in your downloaded option. So you click it and name as per your interest, then you upload it. Okay. And on the task you can see it is being uploaded 100%. It might take a few minutes.
Participants, ensure the files are with you. Because this is the really new assignment and innovative assignment for all of us. Try to take advantage.
I think the tick mark will come on the right hand side of the tasks tab that the file is uploaded. Now, in your cloud assets, that is on your left hand side, you can see, just click on this refresh asset chats. Then you can see all the files, and you can see your ROI4 or any name you have given. It is there on the list. I hope everyone is following. Now, to import this region of interest, you see on the three options are there. That is your share, then your rename, and another one is import into the script. Now, you click on that import into the script. Okay. Is everyone following? I hope everyone is following. So I will now follow. Now go to the next step. After you have imported it, you name it the table as ROI. Okay, that is region of interest. Okay, ROI, and press enter. Fine. Now, since I have already written the script for all of you, so I will directly follow up to my script. That is sorry, you need to not give as ROI, but you have to write as the geometry. Then after that, you write map.center or object geometry, comma 11. Now 11 is like the 11 is like your this one, the zooming capability of the image, and also map.addlayer geometry color, which is the region of interest. Sir, Dr. Sagar Gandhi, sir. Sir, shall I share the entire script, JavaScript, my link to the entire script, so that the people will follow it? Like it will take much lesser time then.
No problem. Whatever
Yes.
whatever convenient to you.
Yes, sir. I will share my link to your mail. Then the code will be available to everyone. So it will take lesser time, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shared. Please go ahead. Pritam, please go ahead. I shared it. Pritam, are you there? Pritam, are you there? Please unmute. Please unmute yourself.
Oh yes, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I hope everyone has got the link.
Yes, I shared.
Yes,
Participant, please give the response.
Now, in today's morning session, we have came about the perks of using artificial neural network. Now, artificial neural network generally is finding the complex relationship between dependent variables and the independent variables. And after that, we always get a value that is being generated by the artificial neural network. Now, in Google Earth Engine, the thing is that if you go through the code that I have given, there are some expressions which are known as the empirical equations. These equations I have already typed in after going through the ANN, so ANN regression. So you don't need to just do again the computation. You just need to go through my script. So this script will be much beneficial to you in your future. So these are the empirical equations I have derived from the data that has been provided you on the Excel sheet. Okay, yeah, the DO being the dependent variable, and the band 2, band 3, band 4 being the independent variable. And these expressions have been gained after the optimized ANN structure. Okay. So I have done the ANN regression on the Google Colab. So that if we do that, it will not be possible on this limited time. So I have already done the calculation. So now you just need to understand the steps. Okay. The first step is the setup of the geometry. That is the shape file of the area. Now the second is the image collection. Okay. Now image collection is like I will run it. Now the image collection, this is the JavaScript, and for the command which is being used for we are using the Copernicus S2 harmonized satellite. Here on the search places and dataset, you can browse the data catalog. Here you can see the Landsat mission satellite images, then Sentinel images. I have used the Sentinel images. So Sentinel image, you can use the Landsat also. As Sentinel images are available in a 5-day interval, that's why we have used. There are different types of Sentinel data availability as per the date, as per the resolution. So I have used MSI multi-spectral image, where your TOA atmospheric reflectance, and you can see I have used band 2, 3, 4, where it is of 10-meter resolution. So it is quite clear resolution, and it is also known as the blue, green, red band. Okay. Now, after that, you see after running the script, you see the image collection under the console tab, and you can see a total of 261 elements, images has been you can say downloaded, or it has been generated. These are the 260 images are 61 images are available. I have given the that is the filter bounds geometry. Our geometry is the region of interest. Then you can see the filter that is from the starting from 1st January 2018 to 31st December 2022. Now the tricky part is that the cloudy pixel percentage, that is I have given 80% cover. Now you can ask the why 80%, it is too much. Generally the cloud cover percentage is 10% or 20%, that is acceptable. I have given 80 because if you give 10 or 20%, only few images will be generated, but for as we are using ANN, we require as much as amount of images for the training of the model. So that's why we have given it as 80. Okay, and select, there are as you can see, there are many bands: band 1, band 2, band 3, band 4, band 5, band 6, total band 10 are there, but we only have chosen the blue, green and RGB. That's why select B2, B3, B4. Okay, now the next following part is the print the image collection. Then after that we calculate the this should be dissolved oxygen function to calculate the dissolved oxygen for each image. This variable calculate DO function of IMG. IMG is the image collected. Then this clip geometry means the generally this Sentinel-2 image comes for a larger area, that is for the whole Kachar area, but we only want it for the our Barak River. Then after that, these are the expression. If you like, we have all known the linear regression model. Linear regression model is what, like y equal to mx plus c, where we have the coefficient also, where we have the intercept also. Same goes to ANN regression also. In ANN regression, you have known as the what says the weights and biases. The weights and biases, if we together construct at the end, we will get certain equations. In this exercise, we have applied actually 10 neurons on the hidden layer. So that's why we have got total 1, N1, N2, N3, N4, N5, N 10 number of expressions. So on each expression, you can see that these the independent variable, that is the B2 surface reflectance data, B3 and B4 we have taken. And this is the expression that is known as the empirical equation. So followed by N1, that is for the new, and N1 stands for the neuron 1, then neuron 2, total of 10 neurons we have taken. Then after that, we have to add all the neurons expression into oxygen. So we have to, hello sir, any doubt? I hope everyone is following. Then after that, in the DO that has been given on the Excel sheet, its value ranges from 4.8 to 6.2. And after that, this is the color palette which we are using. So, and finally, we have to get the time series data for the dissolved oxygen. So this is the code that we have used to generate the time series data. And after that, we have added a legend also, that is the on the screen we have seen. In the screen we have seen. Then finally, after the running of the model, you can see the example DO. You click on this settings button, then you see there's a custom. So click on the custom and stretch to 100% and wait for some time. Then apply. You click and you will get a much better image. And you click the satellite on the right hand side of the slide, and you can full screen also. Now see, this is the final generated map of the DO. Okay, so you can see the colors, that is 6.2, 5.5 and 4.8, and the same, so you can see that the distribution of dissolved oxygen on this 5 kilometer stretch of the Barak River. Okay, now the main part comes the generation of the time series data. Now the time series data we have generated on the console tab. You can see DO time series. Click on the this icon and you will go to another page. Now you can see the graph has been generated where on the x-axis the date has been mentioned, and on the y-axis your dissolved oxygen has been mentioned. Now you can download it is in PNG form, that is an image format, or in CSV format. I suggest everyone to download it in CSV format, and after that it is downloaded, you click it. To open. So see, these are the DO time series. DO time series we have obtained. And hello, any problem? Hello. Is there any problem?
Participant, is there any problem at your end? Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I will continue. This is the DO time series that you have obtained. Okay, you can see that the time from 4th January, 9th January to total of 29 December, it has been obtained. So this DO is actually being generated by your Google Earth Engine. So this DO you can whatever the data you have that you can compare it with the actual data also, and you can compare your model, that how much efficient our model is. And after that, this whatever data we are getting, so it is basically your 2018 to 2022 data we are getting, but now today is 2025 March. If you change the date also, then also you can get this 2025 data based on the previous relationship. So you can check it, 2025 1 to 2020. Since 2025 the available images are there, so you type it as 02 28 February and January and February data we shall write. So you see, wait for some time. So yes, image collection, since it's only 2 months on the 2025, you will get a list of 12 elements, that is 12 images you have got. And finally a DO time series also you have been able to obtain. You click on this icon and see, download the CSV. Yes, so see, 2nd January this much DO was there, 7th January, so till 26th January we have been able to monitor the DO. So with the help of this tool or this code that I have created, you have been able to extract the dissolved oxygen value for the available your images, satellite images. So the thing is that I hope everyone has the code and everyone has run it in your system, and they have been able to get the generated map and the time series. Participants, please answer.
Ritam, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I hope they have been able to follow.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get-
yeah, yeah.
Then after that, so this is generally we have used the that is the Sentinel-2 images. However, other Landsat data can also be used. Then your this one the Landsat data can be also used, and your another satellite image that is MODIS can also be used to extract the water quality parameters. Okay, so I hope everyone has followed till here. So this is regarding the water quality. Okay, I will show you another example. So this code is generally your that is basically can be applied for mapping and monitoring of water quality. But there are other aspects of Google Earth Engine also, such as your land use, land cover. So I will show you another code. So see, this is a code that is regarding your land use, land cover. So this is our Silchar area. That is the town of Silchar, and you can see the river. This is the Barak River. Then these are the residential house and the agricultural field. So this on this is another aspect of Google Earth Engine, where you can classify any land use, land cover map, and it's segregated into your subclasses. So I will provide this link also to the participants, so they can follow up. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I have sent you another link of this script, that is the classification of land use, land cover. So I hope it gets circulated among the participants. So this land use, land cover is basically of great use in your the researchers who are doing work in hydrology related work. And together the integration of this LULC and the water quality mapping together, they can be of beneficial to the one who is doing research on this area.
Yeah.
So any questions till now?
Participant, do you have any question? The second link is for land use, land cover.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. No. Pritam, please go. Continue. Please continue.
Yes, actually, the thing is that I thought of everyone will write the code, but but I instead gave it only. That's why the time was saved. Then this time.
Actually, you are faster than us. Right? So let us understand your step. We are following you. Don't
Yes.
worry.
Yes, yes. That dissolve oxygen, that script which is with you. That step by step, everything is there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that will lead is much better. Actually, the entire code is written in JavaScript. Okay. So basically, I will go to give you another aspect of the model, the how I generated that empirical equations. Now see, this is a typical Jupyter notebook window where we can see that the Excel file I have already given you, it was like this only: the band 2, band 3, band 4, and the dissolved oxygen. This is the dissolved oxygen is a dependent variable, and this band 3, band 4, 3 and 4 are the independent variable. Now, in first, then we have the imported that is the stats model API, that is a function, and a package that is a dependent variable is given as DO, and the independent variable says B2, B3, B4, defining the dependent and the independent variables, and prepare the data for the regression model. Okay. Now, from sklearn is a package on used in Python for the neural network. That is, we import the NLP regressor, and then after that, as I already told, we optimize this ANN hidden layers with 6. That's why it is base layer as 6. We have tried it with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, but the least error came in 6 only. And the activation function is known as the logistic function. Another function was also there, but a logistic function is much more easier to incorporate on Google Earth Engine. That's why we have used the logistic. Then after that, the mean square error came as 0.094, and R square came as 0.057. Now, the development of the empirical equations. These are the intercepts and the coefficients. These are what we know as the weights and the biases. So together, we just need to take these values one by one for each of the dependent and the independent variable, and together we construct the equations. The equations has to be constructed manually so that it can be imported on the Google Earth Engine manually. However, in today, I think another application is also available on Python, where we can import the Google Earth Engine, and so that it becomes less effective. So in today's class, that will not be possible, but some other time we will get through it. So these are the empirical equations. Then After that, we again run it, and we shall see it for some other years. Since we have tried it for 2018 and 22, we should try it for previous years such as 2016 to 2017. So 2016 to 2017, we have taken 2 years or list of total of 41 elements has been images has been downloaded, and this is the time series we have generated. So you can see generally the Barak River, the DO level is not very much polluted, but it is a little bit out of the range, but it is not in the point of extreme contamination. That is on the Annapurna Ghat. So I think, like in any other rivers of India, the government should install sensors where the water quality can be collected at a faster rate. And I will show you some data where this can be. We will get generally in India, it is too much Indian rivers or any water bodies. It is very difficult to get the data. If you are collecting it on your own, then it's a laborious process. But in outside of India, foreign countries, they have the government have set up some websites where you can collect the data. This one is I will type you USGS water quality data of lakes. So lake water quality data. So this is a USGS, United States Geological Survey, USGS. So you can see they have numerous lake monitoring and research data. So you can see from here also, if you are doing any research related to foreign rivers, and you need a lot of data for machine learning, so you can go to these sites, and it is an official website of the United States government, and from here you can get the data, whatever necessary data of such as phosphorus levels, groundwater, surface water data. So this is one site, and another one is your EPA. This in today's morning lecture, I have showed you the water. This is another United States Environmental Protection Agency. So here you can see the Charles River data. They have given 2000. Download the 2023. So if you directly click, you will simply get the data. And you will get a large amount of data. I will show you, which are like favorable for machine learning purposes. If you are doing research related work, then I guess in water quality and you want publication, so I think you should go to this type of sites where the data is available, and these data are very much authentic data. So you should try new ideas related to AI and machine learning, and the script I have provided you, I hope you get you will be able to find in more data research gaps, and apply this on the data provided by the US government, and it will be I think helpful for your publication. So you can see the time in a 15 minutes interval this data have been collected. The sensor has been like 1 meter below the water surface it is put. This is the sensor, and the temperature, then pH, dissolved oxygen is also there. See, it is quite favorable amount of dissolved oxygen. Then percentage DO, turbidity, today I discussed turbidity, chlorophyll, Then so all the necessary biological, physiochemical, all the some necessary elements are available, and you can see a total of 16,000 datasets are there, which is quite favorable for machine learning purpose. ANN, in ANN also different types of structures are there, new optimization techniques are there. So in this way, I think it will be able to help the researchers to gain further insight. Hello, sir.
Yes,
I hope-
Pritam, I'm here.
Yes, sir. I hope everyone is following.
Yeah. Participant,
So any related queries, you please ask, or if anyone from the participant is doing any research related to hydrology or water quality and having any kind of problem, you can discuss with me here. If I will, to my best of knowledge, I shall try to help. I have already in the evening, I have a morning session. I have published 2 papers, 2 journals on reputed, and these are all related to water quality mapping and monitoring. So I can help if anyone is like I shall help you. Seismic related analysis application.
Pritam,
Yes.
there is one question in the chat box.
Yes. Seismic related, actually, generally seismic related as GEE is basically for, since we are using it for land cover purpose, we can use it for flood also. And now seismic related activities, it depends on what parameter you are monitoring on seismic. Generally, myself belongs to water resources, so I have a very little much knowledge about seismic related analysis. But I think even if you not get the full analysis, but for some parameters, GEE might be helpful. Or you can say, you can click or you can search also that is GEE is used for seismic related activities, because on GEE we have got a large amount of data sets. So these data sets I see a few all data sets on these data sets can of course they may be related to art related activities. So I hope this seismic activities, seismic related analysis will be GEE shall be helpful.
Actually, Pritam, what I think it is possible
Yes, sir.
in a Google Earth Engine, provided CXS file and DME files should be there for the seismic data set or whatever the inputs we required,
Yes,
as
sir.
in your case.
Yes, sir. DEM is available. DEM is available.
Or
On-
seismic.
Yes. The data, that's what I'm telling. Not the whole like for the seismic related analysis, the whole for the whole analysis, GEE might not be sufficient, but GEE will be able to provide some data that will be helpful for the seismic related analysis. That's what I'm telling.
Mhm.
Such as the DEM or other data, elevation data, slope data.
Right.
Yes, sir.
But actually, there is a vast difference in between seismic and satellite. I think seismic bifurcation or seismic changes is supposed to difficult by captured by the satellite imaging.
Yes, because seismic related activities belongs to like the structural thing.
Right.
But yes, we can see the changes in the urban areas after before and after a seismic activity, where any disaster has happened. We have seen, or such as in Japan and all, the tsunami occurs. So if we like create a flood related map, or any like since tsunami mapping can also be done, so we can compare before and after, how much I have given the land use map, right? So how much changes is there on the area of the land use land cover, right?
Right. So anything from participant? Okay.
Yes, fault lines, landslide, sustainability, latent mapping will also help in predicting. Yes, madam, you are very much correct. Landslide sustainability map can be done in Google Earth Engine. I guess the codes I have given to you for the land use one, and also for the this one, water quality. Though you can, if you want the landslide sustainability map, you can alter those codes, like such as the you have to know first that for the landslide sustainability mapping, what are the inputs we need. You on the basis of that, on the code I have given, you can make some modifications to the code, and finally you can generate a landslide sustainability map. Yes, I can provide the code. I shall, Dr. Sagar Gawande mail is with me. I shall provide it in the Word or PDF format for both the LULC and also for the water quality. Is it fine? Okay. Any more questions, please?
I think there is no question from the other participant.
Yes, it was a very I was very grateful to whatever knowledge I gained with you. As a civil engineer, these things are very new. Generally, artificial neural network, AI, optimization. So that's why we always have a course knowledge, but we should keep in touch with this type of updated things. That's what is, I think, research wants from a PhD scholar. And so thank you very much.
So really thankful, Pritam, for your efforts to make this session interesting. Actually, all the things are new to us.
Yes, sir.
And your generation is so much perfect or used to these new technologies, or to get the hidden findings from the data sets or databases, and another new apps available in a valley of the AI tools, right?
Yes, sir.
Definitely not so fast, but slowly we can make the applications of these tools in our day-to-day research, as well as it will help us to deliver the new thoughts to our students too. And I really thankful to make this such a wonderful hands-on session on Google Earth Engine. And whatever the difficulties, I will convey you through the mail, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kulkarni sir mails is also there available, and myself mail already available. So if any problem, any related queries in future also regarding computers, so I am always there to help. because
Yeah.
I am completing. I think I'm submitting my thesis on maybe probably May. So and after that I will be on this academic line only.
Very
So
good. Very good.
and my papers are available on the website, my Google Scholar also. So
Yeah.
I request everyone to go through it. And I think this seismic activity and all, it will be also the codes I have provided. By the modification of that codes, this landslide susceptibility mapping can be done, because ANN for any kind of identities for water quality or seismic relativity, the structure of the ANN will be same only, apart from the input and the output variables. Just you need to do the modifications.
Right. So we all wish you a very best luck for your upcoming open defense of your PhD,
That's it.
and try to make the best journey of your PhD. Wish you all the best. Thank you, Pritham.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Participant, please give your feedback so that your attendance can be marked.
Thank you, sir. Then
Thank
I will
you.
conclude.
Thank you, Pritham.
Yes, sir.
Participant, please fill the feedback for this session. The link is available in the chat box. If you are unable to see, I once again shared it. Are you enjoying the session or just log in and keep behind the mobile or desktop? I don't know. This is what the student really done with us when we are taking a lecture online. Thank you, Deshmukh sir. So if you feel the feedback, I request Patil madam to close this meeting, and participant, we will meet the next session on, just a moment, I think. Next session will start at 3:20. Try to join the session. Try to join the session by 3:15. Vaishnav ma'am, sorry, we cannot share the session link once again, feedback link. Because after time that link automatically closed down. So take a 10-15 minutes rest and we will meet in 3:15 after 11 minutes. Or stay online, no problem. So, once again, welcome all participants. Now we are on the last session of today's. So I request Professor Shinde to introduce Dr. Anaukar sir, Director of B. Kumar Infra Advisory Private Limited. Over to you, Professor Shinde ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all of you in session 4 on fuzzy multi-criteria, optimization of path to smarter real-world decision making. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Guru Prasad Anaukar, who is Director of B. Kumar Infra Advisory Private Limited, Tulsi Biofuels. Sir has completed PhD in Civil Engineering from NIT Surat. Also, Sir has a vast experience in a research domain of environmental modeling, physiology, soft computing tools, biomass energy, water, wastewater engineering, air pollution, solid waste management. I welcome Dr. Guru Prasad Anaukar sir to take a charge of this session. Over to you, sir.
Niyaz Patil sir, please mute yourself.
So am I getting, is it audible?
Yes sir, you are audible, visible both.
Thank you so much for inviting me on this session or this workshop. Shall I share my screen now?
Yes sir.
I think it's visible to all.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. Shall
Could
I
you
proceed?
please scroll up down so that
Okay.
by arrow itself.
No, it's not working. I think it will work now.
Yeah. Right. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So these, I have just had also attended this session of your morning also and this afternoon session also. So few slides I have skipped because there's some ANN content and some kind of, I think, GA also has been already discussed with earlier experts. So today I will just would like to discuss for the multi-criteria optimization, a path to smarter real-world decision making. Being a former academician and while working in the domain of environmental engineering, it's a day-to-day requirement to have a good decision. This 90-minute session will include the first 15 minutes will be for the introduction of MCDM and optimization technique. Next 20 minutes we will discuss some fundamentals of fuzzy MCDM and optimization. 30 minutes for hybrid models, which are nowadays being used in fuzzy MCDM as well as in optimization one, and some field application we will discuss in last 15 to 20 minutes. Would like to get this QR code This is a Mentimeter QR code. So I would like to request all participants to scan this QR code. You will get some Mentimeter site. You will be directed. If needed, you can use this code, that is 22324781.
Sir, with your permission, can we share it on a WhatsApp group?
Yeah, sure, sir. No problem. It will be
Okay.
more better.
Thank you, sir.
So that the session will be more interactive, because post lunch, just only one side session will be somehow critical for everyone. In case of any difficulty to connect, you may use this link also. I am dividing it in chat box, so one can use this direct link also. So the question is whether optimization and decision making are interlinked or not, or else. That is the question. Any difficulty to land on Mentimeter?
No, sir, it is working.
Okay. So I think you might be getting a question, that is optimization and decision making. Do you think are these interlinked? Am I right? Someone is responding on the chat box itself. So whether this response is for the link or that question. Those who have any kind of difficulty to get this, they can unmute themselves and we can have good interaction also, no issues. Because I have not yet received any response on this Mentimeter scale.
Hello, sir.
Hello? Unable to respond on Mentimeter scale. It's just an interface since it's view only.
We have to choose the correct answer from the given.
No, I think there is only yes and no. Two options are only there. So has responded. Is it there are only two options? Yes. Yes, you have to just respond for either yes or no, like that. So that I can share you the entire screen, no problem. Unable to edit. You don't have to edit, just you have to submit the response.
Doctor, there are some queries from in a chat box.
Yeah, I'm attending them. Just cannot respond. No option to submit the response. It's view only option. View only option. It's enabled. It's enabled one. Oh,
Anokar sir,
sir.
there is one question from the Shreyas, Mr. Shreyas. It has login or sign up option. Do we need to sign up to respond?
Not necessary. You can use that code only to connect. 22324781 is the code to connect with Mentimeter, menti.com. I think it's working. Already I check it.
Actually, it asks for the login, sir.
So we do not need to log in.
Let me check.
I think I've shared my entire screen with you. I'm going to present this one. I don't think it's needs some kind of login or everything. Are you getting one more QR code over here to the bottom left?
Yeah. Doctor, actually I just log in a Mentimeter, but still it is in a view mode only.
Is it?
All the other options are locked. On left hand top corner, I think at your end you
Now,
have.
already someone has been submitted the response.
Cha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got it. I think that response is from my side only.
Okay, so it is mandatory to log in some.
Right. But when I click on a second question, making decision is a skill or technique. In that case, if I
Yeah,
go,
someone did it. Someone did it. Yes, sir. It's your end. Okay.
are you seeing the response?
Yeah. 2 responses have been submitted. It's not a like view only. It's
For second question, I am facing the difficulty to submit the response.
No, I have not yet presented it. That is where it will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But
So first question given by, I think I also at the bottom there is 2 numbers.
I will enable participation. I will do it again. I'll just share the link again. Not able to respond. Yes. What is the issue? Okay, right now, just for sake of time, what we will do, we will use chat box only and just
Okay.
proceed with these things. Better to save the time.
Yes, Nivas sir, do you have any difficulty? Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, the issue may be same, I think. So the question was, just one can use the chat box only. So my question was, do you think that optimization and decision making are interlinked to each other? Because this is an entirely different thing what we have learned since morning. Because I think the morning sessions were dealing with the optimization techniques and some AI tools and everything. But my entire session will be based on how the optimization and decision making are linked with each other, and how we can proceed with the new approach of fuzzy. Yes, so everyone is quite confident about whether I should proceed or not. So it's good thing that everyone knows that it's interlinked with each other. So just have a look on this definition. These are the Google-based definition. I'm not sure these are, but I feel these are the valid definition when we talk about the optimization. It is a mathematical process of finding the most efficient, cost-effective, or highest performing solution within given constraints. Is it fine? That is the definition of optimization. And when we talk about the decision making, which involves the selecting the best course of action from multiple alternatives. So in our day-to-day life, we need to take some decision at a very right time and in a very, or we can say in a very stipulated time. So when we link these two concepts, optimization and decision making, with each other, I would like to highlight these 4 points. optimization provides a structured approach. So whenever we need to go for a proper decision, when we to go for the data-driven decision, your approach must be a well-structured. Decision-making benefits from optimization by reducing uncertainty. So when you take the more time to confirm your or to submit your opinion when there are some kind of uncertainties. And when you are reducing the uncertainty, definitely your efficiency can be improved. So that is the way, that is the shortcut to, that is reduce the uncertainty, you can optimize the thing, and definitely the decision making could be better. Definitely right nowadays the trading ops are the very common approaches where optimization and decision making is being taken place with AI tools as well as some machine learning tools also. The multi-criteria decision making or MCDM technique is one of the decision making tool as like our earlier linear programming or machine learning approaches. In case of linear programming, what we think that everyone is or all the attributes and criterions are in linear manner, are interlinked with linear manner. In case of machine learning, this problem of random relationship can be overcome. And so we are training the machines or we are training the hardware, and we are getting some outputs in such a systematic way, so that the decision making process would be more in optimized way. The MCDM is one of the approach which supports the complex decision making scenarios. Complex decision making scenarios involves the number of attributes and number of parameters. For example, if I want to choose, if I want to buy a cell phone, there will be the multiple parameters on which basis I will select the model. Maybe the brand, maybe the security, maybe its after sale warranty, if the defect liability period, its cost, its appearance, its camera, its overall specifications. And there are multiple brands available in the market. So it's somehow confusing to get or to make the decision in a very optimized manner or in the cost effective manner or highest performing solutions. And that is the need to optimize the thing and while taking the decision. And so that was the answer, that optimization in decision making is very essential, not only in our technical or we can say for our engineering problems, but our day-to-day problems also. So real world decision, that word I have purposely introduced just to make aware that these decision making and optimization are not only entirely technical or we can say hypothetical terminologies, but we are facing it in our day-to-day lifestyle also. The Dartmouth has introduced the 7 steps of effective decision making. So the identify the decision means, first of all, it starts with what you have decided. So outcome has been identified first. This is my expected one. Then accordingly, you have to gather the information, identify alternatives, weigh the evidence. Weigh the evidence means you have to prioritize the thing, which will be the more important right now. For example, while choosing the mobile, maybe right at these particular, for a typical age group, the camera clarity or its pixels, maybe the weight or maybe the weightage for the while choosing the model. After or for some specific age group, the requirement will be only the calling. It must have the 2 or 3 SIM card. That will be the only calling. For someone, the music quality or sound quality would be there. So you have to weigh the evidence. You have to choose some alternatives, not n number of alternatives. You have to optimize here. Alternatives also can be optimized. Some action you need to take and review your decision whether. So mostly as an engineer, we follow this PDCA cycle. PDCA cycle, that is plan, do, check, act. This cycle. So here again, if you relate the things which Dartmouth principle or Dartmouth effective decision making steps and our PDCA cycle, so it's again a cyclic one. So we start with identifying the decision, we end at the review your decision. So it's a cyclic manner. Here the probability of uncertainty comes. So what happens in case of optimization techniques in everyday life? So we need to first of all to set the goals and priorities. So what we need to do, take an example on our site itself, just which activity we are now prioritize so that the entire project can be get optimized. So that goal setting and prioritization will be the one of the important step in this. Then process streamlining. What you do as in our daily routine also, we are streamlining the processes. Streamlining means in case of any glitches or probable glitches could be there, we are going to rectify them before initiating. So that is nothing but a process streamlining. Continuous improvement. Continuous improvement means again we are checking, we are monitoring, we are supervising the things. And so whenever we are streamlining the things, we are identifying the glitches, we also need to find out, is there any possibility to improve the steps or improve the processes or to upgrade or update the processes. So these kind of improvement techniques or improvement approaches need to be introduced. Resource allocation, definitely. So required resources must be there. If they are not available readily, we need to make necessary arrangement for the same so as to reduce the time. And finally, once you have taken the decision, the decision analysis mechanism must be there. Whatever decision you have taken, whether it was right or wrong, that must be analyzed. So that decision analysis technique. So if you follow these 5 steps in as an optimization one, so definitely the decision making process would be more well. Now in this Dartmouth 7-step model, to choose among alternatives is the key element in this entire system. So unless and otherwise we are shortlisting the alternatives, we are optimizing the alternatives, it would be somehow difficult to choose or to optimize the things or to get some action. So among alternatives, n number of alternatives will be available with you. Out of this, some selective alternatives we need to handle, and then we can proceed. Now, what are the challenges? So the very important one is the algorithmic complexity. When you are thinking about any soft computing tools, algorithmic complexity is the major challenge. Data uncertainty, definitely. But if it is a primary data, then there may be the possibility of recording or any other. We are well aware about these data collection challenges. But in case of secondary data, when we are living in such a era where the entire things we are totally dependent on the Google. So in such circumstances, data uncertainty is very challenging one. So we cannot get the authenticated source of data, and still it is authenticated one, we need to get it scrutinized. Human factors, for example, recording the data or analyzing the data. Multi-objective trade-offs, depending upon the multiple objectives. So whatever data you have collected, is it for same objective? It will be whether it will be deal with the same objective or else, and accordingly it's trade-offs. Dynamic environments, definitely these transition phase as well as dynamics in environments definitely affects the decision making process, and it may affect the optimization for decision making also. So what we generally do, so whenever there is uncertainty, how it affects. So these slides explain how the uncertainty affects our decision making process. Now this uncertainty is nothing but those factors which we cannot overcome or we cannot recognize easily. So first I have taken some decision. I have mentioned here as a decision number 1. So definitely there will be every time there will be yes or no. जाने का है या नहीं. These are the only two approaches. So if the uncertainty parameters or uncertain parameters exceeds, so in such circumstances, this process prolongs. It's going on decision number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. And definitely it is somehow difficult or it is unavoidable to understand and manage for better choices and risk mitigation. So n number of decisions may take place in the entire process if you can control or if you cannot control the uncertainty or factors generating the uncertainty. This is a typical graph, increasing uncertainty of occurrence versus increasing importance. So mostly we need to switch in these zone only. So more the uncertainty of occurrence, more the uncertainty in this direction. So increasing importance, more importance and more uncertain. So if you observe these 4 quadrants, more important and less uncertain, more important and less uncertain. In the second quadrant, more important and more uncertain. The objective or your activity is important, but it more uncertain. We cannot predict which are the multiple factors may affect its success rate. In the third quadrant, it's not in cyclic manner, it's in zigzag manner, first, second and third quadrant. In third quadrant, it's less important and less uncertain. Your task is also not important and the uncertainty is also at a minimal level. And in the fourth quadrant, less important and more uncertain. We mostly prefer to lay in more important and less certain thing. And that is why this is in first quadrant. More important and less uncertain. As the uncertainty increases, we are moving towards the less important and more uncertain things. So depending upon the priorities. So in the earlier slide, I already said that you need to prioritize the things. So if these are the more important, then you have to reduce the uncertain component or uncertain dependent variables for this particular problem. So more important and less uncertain, that will be our preferred quadrant to get the very precise decision. Uncertainty is everywhere. Share markets, economic shifts, on our typical civil projects also, anything can happen. But their impacts, the wrong impact decision outcomes, this uncertainty, the impacts of this uncertainty and decision taken in such uncertainty may leads to wrong assumption, can lead to losses, inefficiencies or missed opportunities. Risk management is key. So probability modeling, scenario analysis and AI-driven forecasting help mitigate uncertainty. And so that we need to use such a soft tools which will be which may or may not be AI-driven, but having some machine learning, so that based on the principle of machine learning is we need to train them, and for training we need to provide them we need to feed them certain kind of data and certain amount of results. And so once it has been trained, it will give you the very proper results. So for risk management, we need to train the models, we train the machines, we train the algorithms, and once it has been your risk management has been overcome, then the decision would be more better. Now, uncertainty and fuzzy logic. So fuzzy logic is an approach to compute based on degree of truth rather than usual true or false. We have already learned in mathematics a typical Boolean set theory, where we have the only choice that whether the component is the element of set A or not. We don't have that degree of truth or degree of its existence. We have only two options, yes or no. Whether this set, whether this element is of the member of this set or not. That is the only thing. But in case of fuzzy set, I'm talking about the second para. In case of fuzzy set theory provides you, or it gives you some membership of being that another set. It may be less or more. So in the 90s era, so before proceeding of the next slide, just have a look on the history of fuzzy logic. It's not a new technique. What I want to highlight in this slide, this is not a new technology, but its application is still being going on. A good example is whichever washing machines we have. So whichever washing machines on the fuzzy mode, you may find it in the decade of 80s or 90s. Fuzzy mode means what? There is no any typical numbering system as like our older ceiling fans. We had the regulator which a number of 1, 2, 3, 4, but right now we are using the regulator which is having no any that typical stopper. You can use it as like an induction one. You can stop it, you can reduce or increase the speed at any phase. Same case for the washing machine. You can, it is a fuzzy mode. Fuzzy mode means depending upon the circumstances, you have to choose the typical mode and the entire program will set accordingly. So that is a fuzzy. You are giving the degree of freedom to everyone. So just set the mode, the entire things will be automatically operated. So fuzzy logic is an approach to compete based on degree of truth rather than the usual true or false. In the earlier case, the washing machines were only based on the modes only, whether you are on or off. But right now, whichever washing machines, cloth washing machines we are using, these are having a multiple modes. You can, for woolen cloth, the mode will be different. The entire system will change, entire program will change. So that is a degree of degree of truth. So how it is being used for different circumstances. The another example is for the fourth one. For first three options we can get it for the specific color, but what about the fourth one? In such circumstances, or the another case, another example, this is apple. What about this? Definitely the answer will be the apple. What about this second term? This is apple. This is again, who will say this is not apple? This is not apple. Yes. Now in the fourth case or third case, though it has been, there are some bites, but still as a layman we can say this is an apple. But the being a member in the set of apple, now it has been reducing. Whereas in case of our regular set theory, it will say that this is not apple because it is not as we have feed. So as per definition, this is not apple because we have already cut it. But what allows the fuzzy provides you this kind of degree of truth. So layman like thinking can be obtained by this fuzzy logic. So here also fuzzy logic says that this is an apple only, but its membership, to have a member in a set of apple, is some kind of reducing one. That is the only thing, or that is the only difference between our regular set theory and fuzzy set theory. This is a typical fuzzy logic component or structure where the crisp input is there. Crisp input means whatever database we are collecting from the field itself. We need to fuzzify it, where the normalization, defining membership function are the two steps being involved. In the fuzzification process, the normalization is a very important step, and in case of environmental issues, this plays a very important role because normalization helps to make the database into non-unitless function. If when we are going to monitor, say we have collected the sample, say river water, my parameters will be pH, which is having no unit. My parameters may be turbidity, which is having a unit of NTU, and rest of the parameters we express in mg per liter. In such circumstances, when there is a variation in units and you need to train the model, you need to process the your database mathematically. When the difference in units will be there, you need the normalization can help to get it everything in the single digit number or single or unitless number. That can be possible by normalization. Defining membership function means you have to define its set. The membership function may be a triangular, trapezoidal, or sigmoidal, bell shape, anything. We are not going to discuss in detail this membership function, how these are being built. We will directly go for its application. Now this interference is nothing but once you have fuzzified data, then fuzzy input set will be introduced in the inference system. There are two inference systems exist for any. If you use the ANN-based fuzzy system or some statistical models are also there. So inference systems are being governed by rules. The rules may be as simple and means say if my pH is so and so and TDS is so and so and alkalinity is so and so, then my output is so and so. So if then statement and or these kind of connections, you can use it to form the rules. So multiple parameters gives a very complex rules. Once it's processed, you need to start with the defuzzification process, and finally you again get output in crisp format. Crisp format means as like you have collected from the site itself. So as like the data collected on the site, the same kind of output with the same values you can get it as an output. So the fuzzification process do not disturb the data set. Your data set will be remain as it is. But when you are using ANN, there will be a typical process where the 70% data is being used for the training, 15% for testing, and 15% for validation. So these approaches are normally being used in the machine learning process, and that is why once your model has been trained properly, it will be more convenient to use any data for getting the results or making the decisions. In the fuzzy decision making, it is simply what is the decision making? It is the value of the jth alternative in terms of criteria. In the simple language, if you have enlisted the number of alternatives, what will be the best one? So that is the decision making process in terms of the criteria. So you need to prepare somewhat matrix of attributes and criteria. These are the methods being used. Individual decision making method. So individual decision. So it may vary depending upon the attributes. Multi-person decision making. SAT is analytical hierarchy process, which is again most popular method because it maintains the good analytical hierarchy, and this is still being used in our project management sites, where the typical hierarchy can be introduced for the activities depending upon the priorities, and accordingly the decision can be made. MCDM method, multi-stage decision making and multi-attribute decision making. Nowadays, MCDM with TOPSIS, MCDM with Electra, these are some of the modern tools being used in multi-criteria decision making. And why only multi-criteria decision making is used? Because in our day-to-day life also, the criterions are different. As discussed earlier, while selecting the cell phone, I do have the multiple criteria. The alternatives are also different. In such complex conditions, the uncertainty could be more and more. It may increase more and more. And in such circumstances, the multi-criteria or tools like MCDM helps a lot to optimize the things, optimize our time, optimize our resources. Yeah, again, the question was, yes, I am posting one question on the chat box. Please respond. The question is, making decision is a skill or technique? whatever discussions we had till now. So what do you think? Whether this is a skill or technique? Everyone must be aware about the difference between skill and technique. Skill, okay. So I would like to get some comments from your side also. Why you think that this is a skill and why it is technique? Technique that we can learn, skill that we can improve. That is the main difference as per my knowledge. There may be some critique also for this definition, but what I feel, the technique we need to learn, we need to some कुछ courses वगैरह लगाने पड़ेंगे तभी हम technique हो सकते. लेकिन once you have good technique, once you learn something, then it is not a, we cannot say that I am a skilled one. I need to practice more, and then I would be the skillful person. So decision making must be a technique, but done with skills. I will come back to the presentation. So our conventional decision making process is somehow complex. So because we have the multiple alternatives, multiple uncertainties, multiple criterions, and so in this particular slide, if you observe, there are conventional one. So just take an example of anything. If you just start your day with some decision, or you need to take some decision. Those who are living in Pune, they start with Google Map, by which route I have to reach at my place. Multiple options, multiple criterions are there. So this is a more complex one. So this is a conventional one. What MCDM provides, it provides a structured one. Specifically, I have selected this example, water quality assessment. I think the same example was discussed in the morning session also, because this is a very critical issue, how to assess the water quality, because we have these four multiple options: drinking, domestic, irrigation, industry, maybe some more also. These are my criterions. And if you think about the alternatives, physical parameters, chemical parameters, biological parameters, again there will be in below physical parameters, again the next hierarchy will be there. Below chemical parameters, again next hierarchy will be. So the MCDM, once you categorize, once you can able to make this flow chart in structured manner, this will be very helpful when the multiple criteria will be there. The typical process involves define the decision goal, identify criteria, list alternatives, construct the decision matrix, apply MCDM methods, AHP or TOPSIS, ELETRA, there are so many, and choose the best alternative. This is the typical process in the MCDM, or while we're going for the MCDM approach for the decision making, for the optimized decision making process. The key components can be enlisted as alternatives, different choices available. So alternatives, we must be, again, though there will be the hundreds of alternatives, we need to shortlist them. So different choices and available one. So that is the first requirement, or one of the key component. The second one is weights. The weights is nothing but is importance assigned to each criterion. Now, for getting the weights, how to get the importance or how to assign the importance. So, in this fuzzy multiple fuzzy approach, we believe that we need to get involved some experts. These experts may be from different domain, maybe academician, maybe industry person, maybe those people who are working on site, maybe if it is a machinery or kind of one, the supplier would be there, user end will be there. So different experts you can involve to assign the importance of each criteria. I will again explain it by example of a cell phone. Purchasing the cell phone, my priority is to get the cell phone with a good sound, but I don't know how to measure it. So what I will do, I will involve some expert, maybe from electronics engineering, maybe from mechanical engineering, maybe from sound engineering, and accordingly I will assign some importance to the different parameters. For camera, the experts would be different. For cost, that will be my choice. But wherever required, I will involve the multiple experts in this process, and accordingly, I will assign some importance to that particular criteria. The third one is the criteria, and last one is the decision matrix. Criterions are nothing but factors influencing the decision, and decision matrix is nothing but this matrix. Means these are my alternatives: option A, option B, option C, or maybe n number of options, and these are my n number of criterions. Accordingly, my expert has assigned these weights. Option A, criteria 1, say for example, there will be this alternative will be the say Nokia. The criteria 1 will be the cost. Second one will be its appearance. Third, maybe it's say sound quality. Many more. Accordingly, for Nokia, one expert will assign the weightage, and accordingly we can find out the final score. This is the most simplified approach of MCDM. Just prepare this matrix, find out the score, and make the decision. So that is the only thing. And so this kind of approach helps in evaluating multiple objectives simultaneously. So once you have prepared these kind of matrix, you can handle the multiple objectives at a time. Improve decision transparency and consistency. At one time, you can analyze the things, and definitely it's consistency also. And third one is more important. In the case of complex decision, one should stick up with which has been obtained by these calculations or by this proper approach. There is no any kind of unbiased things. So there will be a justification why I have selected option B or option C. There will be proper justification to select this kind of or to prefer these alternatives. That is nothing but once you have done it, your decision has been made. Now, common optimization techniques. Optimization techniques helps in finding the best possible solution from a set of alternatives. So we have already said here that we are setting the alternatives and criterions. Now here in case of optimization techniques, again we need to think about the alternatives with those criterions or constraints which can satisfy them. The first two, mathematical optimization, heuristic methods, and machine learning. So ant colony methods, taboo search, differential evaluation, these are the ant colony method is still being used in environmental practices also. But for nowadays, for machine learning, neural networks or fuzzy neural networks as well as artificial neural networks is being commonly used in case of the decision making with optimized one or machine learning tools. So these are the typical or the in general optimization techniques being used, in which genetic algorithms, annealing, and practical SORM optimization. These are again the most popular one: GA, simulated annealing, and SWARM technique. Neural networks need a good kind of database. For each approach, some pros and cons are there. Reinforcement learning and neural networks. Though the neural network or fuzzy neural or artificial neural network are being commonly used nowadays, but the main limitation of to go for the neural network is to availability of sufficient data. As discussed earlier, we need to train the machine first, and for that training, we need a good data or a quality data, maybe a primary or secondary, but it must be authentic one. It must be. It should not be affected with any kind of manipulation. It must be a real time. It must be having a good kind of authenticity. Then and then only your model can be well trained and your results will be very close to your expected outcomes. Unless otherwise, it will provide a vague approach, vague decisions or vague outcomes. In case of optimization with fuzzy MCDM, traditional optimization methods struggle with imprecise, uncertain, or vague data. This is a major problem while dealing with the optimization technique with traditional methods. Whereas MCDM provides you, as it deals in the range, our database is not in specific value. We are converting into some ranges, and that is why we can overcome this problem when you're dealing with when using it with MCDM technique. Fuzzy logic in MCDM incorporates linguistic variables and membership functions to handle the uncertainty. In lieu of getting the database or in lieu of getting the weightages from expert in terms of specific number. For example, we are submitting the feedback in the scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. So someone will just put it 2 or 3 or 5. But in case of fuzzy logic, as it provides the membership, it provides you you have to submit the opinion, you have to get the data in terms of a linguistic variable. So a layman can submit the data, layman can submit its opinion as good, better, significantly good, significantly better, like that. In lieu of numbers, the linguistic variables are being used. So it's good to interpret both for who is getting the feedback or who is submitting the feedback. Better decision modeling converts subjective judgments into a structured decision framework. Structured decision, as I discussed in the very last slide, where the typical structured framework you can observe for that water quality analysis. Improved ranking and prioritization enables more accurate ranking of alternatives under uncertain conditions. And definitely, in case of engineering design, supply chain management, finance, and resource allocation, it's being popularly being applied through various soft tools. And when you are clubbing these tools, we call it as a hybrid models. So hybrid models, for example, linear programming, genetic algorithm, finding the best solution based on precise numerical data. The condition is your data must be precise numerical data. MCDM handles uncertainty, imprecision, and subjective judgment. So whichever difficulties we were facing in our traditional decision-making process, those can be overcome when we are solving the issues by MCDM technique. And hybrid models integrate both approaches to enhance decision-making in complex and real-world scenarios. So that is why till now, whichever examples I have discussed, all those are our real-time problems or which you are facing in our day-to-day life. So how hybrid models improve decision-making? What miracles are being taken place? So handling uncertainty and vagueness, that is the main strength of such hybrid models. Refining optimization results. Once you are getting the results, it's endlessly refine the optimization. So enhancing solution robustness. Robustness means it is not as a mechanical one. So it provides you some good space or flexibility for the refining your solutions or refining the decision. And in complex system also it works better. Now we are moving towards how we can implement this fuzzy MCDM. So first of all, we need to find out alternatives and criteria. Your alternatives may be A1, A2, A3 up to An, and criterion C1, C2, C3, Cn. Again, I will get an say alternative A1, and its criterions are cost, quality, delivery time, customer ratings. These are my criterions. These A1, A2, A3 would be my alternatives. Now I'm going to convert these criteria into fuzzy numbers. How to convert these? So for these fuzzification, I would like to bring your attention at these words: quality, high, medium, low. So this is a backend data. We are exploring to the expert, or someone has to submit that high, medium, low quality. For quality, high, medium, low. So that is the only thing. For high, my fuzzy value will be 0.7, 0.91, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.135. You may observe 0.1, 0.3, 0.5. 0.4 is at medium level, 0.6, 0.8, again 0.7, 0.9, 0.10. So it has been staggered. Why it has been staggered? If I draw it, so if I took it on the pen scale, simple linear scale, so here will be the 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, like that. If I convert these into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I convert these into, say, membership function in triangular one, so here will be my 0.1 and here it will be 0.5. Now in the medium one, 0.4. So my second triangle will start at this end and it will end somewhere else. Now this is the area. So few data may be in this particular space, which is, now just take an example of this point, which is having a least membership of this one, but highest membership of this set. So though it is on the verge of this set, it is now quitting the set 1, but it is having the highest value of our highest membership. So that is why this is the main advantage of overlapping value. So this overlap portion, we can use it, and that is why the fuzzification helps to reduce such uncertainties. If it is our typical set theory, my sets will be like this: triangular membership function, and in such circumstances, the point or the data on these neither from this set or nor this one. And so the fuzzy theory, so 0.13, 0.5, and second set starts with 0.4, which has been, that is why the overcome or overlapping of set. And so not a single data set will be missed from your decision making process. That is the beauty of this fuzzification process. Then normalize the decision matrix. Normalization is nothing but a units equalization. So here again, cost will be in the rupees, delivery time will be in the days, customer ratings, it will be unitless one. Now how to convert these everything into a single unitless value? So that is why we are normalizing the things. The process I will discuss later on. Compute fuzzy weights for criteria. So for cost, this would be the weight. For quality, 0.345. Delivery time, it may be different. Customer rating, it may be different. So here we are getting the help of experts. What will be the significance of cost while they're taking the certain decisions with an alternative of A1? What will be the importance of quality? What will be the importance of delivery time? What will be the importance of customer rating? So everyone, those experts from concerned industry will be involved in this process, and accordingly they will put up the weightages. They will define which is the most significant parameter, and accordingly we can prioritize the thing. Now once you have determined once you have provided the weights, then determine the fuzzy ideal negative and ideal positive solutions. Positive ideal means the best values, and negative ideal means the worst values. Compute the distance from ideal solution. Again, I will just explain with our typical, this is our linear scale. This is my best solution. Now just I have to find out, this is from the positive side, this is the negative side. Just I have to find out whether my decision comes at which location. So more is close to the positive side, I am getting the good decision. More it is from the negative side. So anyway, we need to converge the decision to the best possible positive ideal values. So this is my optimized way. I have to reach up to these center point for the best solution. This is the positive ideal and negative ideal. So the distance from these is matters a lot from my decision making process. So negative ideal means worst value. So this must be far apart from your negative value, and this must be close to whatever the positive value. So compute the distance from ideal solution. Calculate similarity to ideal solution. We call it as prepare the Topsis score. So more the score, you can find out that is the best alternative, and that is nothing but your decision. Accordingly, rank the alternatives, assign the ranks, one for best or higher number or worse, whatever. You may rank it in terms of ABCD. So this entire rule-based system, that is the choice of the decision maker, not any other else. So that kind of freedom is also with fuzzy tools. Now, few in situ problems I would like to highlight. In case of solid waste management, it's now 4:25. I think I have 15 more minutes. In case of solid waste management, we typically follow the Swachh Bharat Mission manual, or earlier which was being known as a CPHEO manual for solid waste management. Now it is being available on the same website, but with the label of Swachh Bharat Mission guideline, which we are going to follow for the entire India Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0. The manual provides you the waste management practices and approaches like windrow composting, peat composting, vermicomposting, and biomethanation, and few more are there. But normally in the state of Maharashtra, we normally prefer and recommend these approaches for waste management, wet waste management. Now, windrow composting. So I think everyone knows what is the windrows. So these are nothing but some hump like dump. The waste is being dumped in a row manner. Small humps, and it is being rotated for the aeration periodically, and within 25 to 30 days, depending on the quality of compost, quality of wet waste, it has been converted into compost, good kind of composting. Peat composting means there will be the pits manually constructed or earthen pits, where the compost or wet waste is being dumped, laid by soil, alternative layers of soil, and it's allowed to compost. Vermicompost, a more popular one, and biomethanation is nothing but a biogas plant. Each approach has its own pros and cons. For example, in case of windrow composting, it needs a lot of space. It is again open phenomena, openly dump waste. So flies, odor, nuisance, so everything will be there. Some kind of unhygienic in case of heavy monsoon areas. So drawbacks of windrow composting, but it is the most economical one, because only you have to provide only a covered space. That is the only requirement. But in case of peat composting, the major disadvantage is its cost economics. We need to construct the pits. We need to provide some under drainage system to collect the leachate, where we need to rotate it mechanically. At the same time, it is a very time efficient process. It can convert it within 25 to 30 days, whereas for windrows it needs 40 to 45 days. Vermicomposting, totally unreliable for where the meteorological parameters are uncertain, and biomethanation for a very segregated portion only, where in case of state of Maharashtra, where the only 40% to 45% waste is being segregated efficiently, biomethanation plants are facing a lot of challenges to run due to the improper segregation of wet waste itself. Now, in such circumstances, which approach, as a consultant, which approach we need to recommend to the urban local bodies is a major challenge. Same case for dry waste management. There is a MRF, which is nothing but a material recovery facility. And second one is a waste to energy. WTE means waste to energy. The material recovery facility, nowadays we are providing it with some biobriquetting option so that it can be directly being used by boilers as a fuel. Waste to energy means connecting biogas plant to the generator, electricity generator, and power can be generated. That is a waste to energy plant. In case of waste collection, in case of solid waste collection, route mapping is the one of the challenge we are facing for the metro cities. A typical approach is to door-to-door collection is a typical approach for any metro cities. But here we need to select the appropriate vehicle, its size, its turning radius also we need to know, and accordingly we need to deploy which type of vehicle we can that can work. Transfer station is the station where the rather than to which helps to reduce the locomotive locomotive operations. Means this is the station where small vehicles will come over there, they will dump it, and the larger vehicles will get it, compress it, the leachate will be if it is, then it can be rectified, and then again this will be transferred to our main processing plant. So transportation a very vital role in the efficiency of processing plants and overall costing of solid waste processing. Now, to transportation locations, we need to decide in such a manner that they must be having a good access. At the same time, the distance must be justifiable. As per Swachh Bharat Mission guideline, the distance 15 kilometer radius, they have been decided that after 15 kilometer one can provide the transportation. But for the cities like say Pune, PCMC, or maybe some metro cities, finding the location for transportation, but it needs almost 4 to 6 acres of land. For the cities like us, to get the location for transportation in such a distance is one of the critical challenge. In such circumstances, we need to go for the FuzzyFi. So here we can go for processing plant location, finalizing the processing plant location. Multiple difficulties, multiple hurdles, unauthorized constructions. Processing plants are more, the odor is the major issue. Unhygienic workmanship is the major issue. In such circumstances, MPCB guidelines, Green Tribunal's guideline, everything we need to follow, and accordingly the location of processing plant we need to finalize. In such circumstances, it is very difficult to find out the solutions. Why? Again, the same case with liquid waste management also. Solid waste processing and plant establishment also. The reason is site conditions, topography, fund availability, space availability, power requirement, meteorological parameters. So these are the criterions. These are the criteria. Though I have the multiple approaches. So these, in case of wet waste management, windrow composting, pit composting, vermicomposting, all these are my alternatives, and these are my criteria. Site condition is my criteria, topography is my criteria. Accordingly, I need to find out which one is the more important, which one I have to, accordingly I have to prioritize the thing, and then one can go for which is the best alternative. The second domain in our field is the contractor selection. How to select the contractor? The major challenge is its financial condition, his or her financial condition, because these are the mega projects costing more than 1 CR, 1 crore. And so it's the financial condition, financial capacities we need to check. The recognitions from different authorities like PWD, MSME, ISO, these recognitions we need to check. Its technical capacities, whether the firm has a good kind of manpower, sufficient machineries, sufficient technical support, their own expertise, and works in hand, etc. we need to consider. So in case of contractor selection, these are the criteria, and the multiple attributes will be which are the bidding firms will be my alternatives. So in our actual field also, we need to go for the multiple criterions and multiple attributes, and in such circumstances, we need to find out the optimized decision which will optimize not only resources but not only the infrastructural resources but financial resources also. In today's session, we are going to solve one assignments. It's in the morning session only, but make sure that you will be with MS Excel with your data tool enabled, because I would also like to show you how to handle the data. And if you have some data, we can work on your data set also. Otherwise, I will be providing some typical ready-made data set. I will share the screen, and you can observe the things, how the decision can be done in the multiple criteria manner. So as usual, I used to do some message at last. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. So that is the major threat whichever we are while discussing for SDGs and many more things. We discuss lots, but the time is to act or start from ourselves. Would like to get the feedback on my sessions also. Definitely the organizers will have the separate link, but I would also like to get it if you wish. In case of any queries, the forum is open.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a insightful session on the basics to advance regarding to the decision making by using fuzzy logic and other tools in our decision making. It's really grateful to have with us for this session. Now I request to participant, floor is open for the question and answer. As usual, no question from the participants.
I hope tomorrow we will have one assignment so that everything and my try will be everyone will get all the concepts will be more clear once you have gone through, and I hope this tool is more suitable to use in every domain of environmental engineering.
Right.
So the sample assignment, I will also would like to share that Excel sheet also with all the participants. My main motive is everyone shall use it, shall apply it, and make it more easier to everyone. It is a fuzzy one, so everyone must be, and it's a logic, so everyone must be familiar with these tools.
Definitely, sir, we can do it. So participants try to get more involvement in tomorrow's hands-on session by Dr. Anaukar sir. Sir, it will be better if you share that Excel sheets and whatever the basic need from the participants so that they can prepare themselves, and instead of spending more time for their preparation during the session, they can prepare themselves throughout this night and get ready for the morning session.
Yes, sir. Okay, I will do it. No problem.
So, participant, we request you to fill the feedback form from the Anaukar sir as well as from this program point of view. Both links are available on a screen, and another is in a chat box. So once again, thank you, Dr. Anaukar sir. Definitely, the session will make us at the new place in environmental engineering as well as to achieve the sustainable goal for the decision making for the climate change and global warming point of view. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Shall I quit?
Yeah, please, sir. Participants, the link for the feedback is open for next 5 minutes. I request you to fill the feedback carefully and properly. Those who fill the feedback form, they can leave the meeting. I request Professor Patil to stop the recording and close the meeting. See you tomorrow.